We often talk about how amazing Coral Springs is on this channel, but how much does it cost to live here? It's not that cheap and it's definitely not that expensive compared to other areas. So let's dive in today and break down the numbers. What's going on all? My name is Noel Figueroa and I'm a real estate agent here in South Florida, helping buyers and sellers that are looking to relocate or sell their property here in Coral Springs, but also all over Broward County. Now, with that being said, Coral Springs is my hometown, my city. I've been living here for 6 years, and let's be real, it does cost a pretty penny. So in today's video, we're gonna break down what are the costs actually like, what are the different type of price points in different type of communities, and we're gonna break down everything to see if it's worth every penny if you decide to move here. Let's start with the biggest expense, housing. In Coral Springs, you could find homes as low as $550,000, and this is single family homes. Depending on the community and what location in Coral Springs, average homes will go between 800 to 900, or some surpassing $1 million. Now, but what about townhomes, condos, villas? If you're not looking for a single family, you could find as low as $200,000 up to $400,000. Once again, depending on location as well as the property style. It's going to vary in any neighborhood you go into, whether it's Pine Ridge versus Brookside versus Whispering Woods. These are three areas that homes range from $800,000 up to $1.5 million. But think about it. Let's say if you pay $800,000 for a property in Pine Tree Estates, as an example, it's going to be more bigger because you have a lot of lot size compared to if you get a home in Whispering Woods, you're paying $1.5 million because it's a prestige neighborhood. It's a gated community. These are more bigger lot sizes as well, bigger in square footage, and has more value to offer at the end of the day. Now let's talk about monthly payments. Everyone always focuses on the housing price, which does play a major factor, but what are your monthly payments going to be? Let's say if you're buying a house at $600,000 here in Coral Springs, you have to take in consideration the following. HOAs, because majority of properties here in Coral Springs do have an HOA, even single family homes as well, property taxes, and home insurance. And that third one, home insurance, unfortunately say, is typically going to be the killer for a lot of people. And the reason being, due to a lot of changes happening in the real estate market, home insurers are making it more tougher now for buyers to even qualify. Doesn't matter what your income is, how much money you have. If the home isn't in tip-top shape and nothing has been permitted after all the changes the previous seller did, or maybe you are considering doing, that actually hurt your home insurance policy. So it isn't that expensive, but it isn't cheap either to live here. Next, taxes and insurance. Now, I'm not going to go into numbers because at the end of the day, this varies for many buyers, and it varies as well as for many properties. Whether you're buying a single family home, condo, or townhome, or villa, that is varied. But it's more standard at the end of the day here in Broward County. I would say though, if you're buying a single family home, be cautious and do your research. If you need to speak to someone, whether it's an inspector that can give you real details on what a current roof lifespan is, any updates on the property that they cannot find any permits. Like I said, this could be a major factor in hurting you when it comes to buying a home. And even if you get approved, it could be at a higher rate if things don't go according to plan with permits, as well as making sure you have everything locked down and put yourself in a better position. Now, outside of housing, you have cost of living. What does it actually cost to live out here besides paying your rent, mortgage, taxes, HOAs, insurance? You have to think about how far are you from civilization. Remember, like I said, Coral Springs is on northwest of Broward County, 25 minutes from Fort Lauderdale to be exact. So if you wanted to hang out in Miami or West Palm Beach, you're about 40-minute drive away. You got to take gas into consideration, tolls into consideration, groceries, because we all know that's going up. Now, I've been here for 6 years, and I could say there is some increases in everything in life, but it's not as significant as people think. It's affordable, but it's not highly expensive like you see if you go to Fort Lauderdale or Miami. Real quick guys, if you're actually looking to live in Coral Springs and would like a full breakdown what a property actually costs you and would love to speak to me and my preferred lender, click the link below in the description and let's set a free consultation. Back to the video. Now we touch on groceries, living outside of your home and the expense, but what about driving? Coral Springs is not a city that you could just walk anywhere. You actually need a car, or unless you have a limited money to take Uber, be my guest. But for those who don't have that type of luxury of life, you need a car, and you have to take consideration your gas, your tolls, mileage, maintenance, etc. You need to have a car if you want to live in Coral Springs. There are public transportation such as buses, but there's really not a lot in every area you see. So I would say take that with a grain of salt. And if you're from New York like I am, buses don't come by every 5 minutes. It takes almost, I'll say 20 to 30 minutes. I've never been on the bus, so I don't know, but I rarely see them on the road as well. So if you're considering moving here, just be mindful, you need a car. So the true question is, who is Coral Springs really from? It's for these following people: dual income household, people that are looking to get more bang for their buck and stay away from the high expensive cities such as New York and California, or someone that just wants a little better quality in life, but get to live the peaceful quietness at a lower expense. Just like close to Parkland, you get that, but you have to break into the $1 million price point. Now, this city is not for people that are looking for cheap. Coral Springs offers a lot between safety, top-rated schools, and more importantly, it is catered to the community. You gotta pay a pretty penny to live here, and this isn't for anyone that's looking to be on a budget. Overall, Coral Springs is one of the best neighborhoods here Broward County has to offer, between lifestyle, affordability, top-rated schools, and safety. And if that's not enough, I don't know what is. But the important thing is you get to leave this video with a peaceful and understanding what it really takes to live here in Coral Springs, besides just what the home price actually goes for. All right, if you're thinking about living in Coral Springs, make sure to hit that follow button and subscribe for future content about Coral Springs. Other than that, make sure to leave a comment below for my free relocation guide, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Subscribe for raw truth and none of that fluffy stuff.